Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Friday. Thanks for coming on in to talk about some figs. I mean, NYCC is this weekend. New York Comic Con is this weekend. And there seems to be a pretty decent handful of stuff being revealed. So that's what I plan on talking about today. Hey, everyone who's here. Silver Moon's here. New brands, Heidi Crump. Okay. All right. Getting started with some lots of people going crazy. Okay. But I'm actually going to be in New York Comic Con this weekend on Sunday. And it's sad. Wait, today's Friday right now. A lot of stuff has been revealed already. And I don't think there's going to be a whole lot more revealed. Like, right? I feel like there's probably a possibility that there's not going to be a whole lot more revealed since whatever for the rest of the weekend, because you feel like they blow their load right in the beginning and then the rest of the weekend is just like the fun stuff. I don't know. So there's a possibility that there's more things that will be revealed. I don't know, tomorrow and Sunday potentially, but most of it's here already, so I can't wait to talk about it. Whatever. Hey, Troy Smith, Metallic Kaiju, and Bro Ernie Ball, and John Wolf. Hey, how's it going, man? Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. This is Dorkcast. Yeah, we talk about action figures, all that kind of stuff. And this is technically a podcast. So this will be up on Spotify, Apple. If you would prefer to actually just, listen while you're driving, at the gym, instead of pulling up the YouTube video. But if you're here watching the YouTube, I appreciate it so much. Grogu says, favorite YouTuber? Thanks, Grogu. All right, go figure, go. It's here as well. Also, one really quick thing I wanted to mention before I get into the toy news is, so I have a friend of mine who's local who works for Neopets, and she has asked me a couple times if I wanted to, work together, make YouTube videos, whatever. But I'm not a Neopets fan, and I know nothing about it, and it would be lost on me. It would be wasted on me. So she's asked, like, well, you probably know tons of toy photographers, right? That we could work with. Can you ask around? And I'm like, yeah. So this is it. If anyone's a Neopets fan and you're a toy photographer, or just like you put content online, you're a creator, and you're interested in potentially doing some photos or working for Neopets, reach out. I have their information linked in the description of the video. I have the email and Instagram account. If you want to reach out, go for it. Because Neopets seem pretty cool. It would be wasted on me. So head down there. The contact is for Jen. She's great. And maybe get some cool posts in. I would be so happy to see some Neopets toy photos coming up soon from some people that I follow. That'd be so cool. So go for it. Silver Moon reached out. All right, cool. Grogu, I will definitely be doing more Deadpool reviews. Don't you worry. Hey, Toys with Tank, welcome. And Stone Mandalorian says, have you seen the new Daphne, man? Looks good. By the way, what's up? And what's up, chat? Well, it's definitely something I plan on talking about. So that's mainly the Darkest Night says, sorry, what is a Neopet? That's fair. I mean, I feel like it was a very small area of a generation in which Neopets would be really relevant for. And I feel like it's probably my generation. And I was born in 1992, but I was never really into it. I never had any interest in Neopets, but I know a lot of people do. So go for it. That would be so cool. All right. Hey, Lucian, welcome, my friend. I'm going to get into the toy news. I've got a pretty decent amount of stuff to talk about. And the first thing here is actually something the pre-order opened up today, and I pre-ordered it. I went for it. So this first thing here, this is not a New York Comic Con news, but this is from Mythic Legions, from Four Horsemen Studios. So they have done a lot of their quote unquote, they're calling them graveyard things, which is just like skeletons. And I have, I think, 5 of their, no, I have 6 maybe of their skeletons. They're just like just normal skeletons. But they, and oh, by the way, I see a bunch of really great questions in the chat. I'm gonna do a Q&A session at the end of the stream. Like that's the last part of the stream is a Q&A, and it always is. So hold on to the questions for then, and then I'll go for it. But the graveyard thing that they're doing now, they're dropping new graveyard stuff, and one of them I think is really lame. One of them I think is really cool. So the first one is these multicolored skeletons, and see, there's a pink one, a purple one, an orange, and a yellow. Which those colors don't have. I feel like those color combinations seems really boring to me. Maybe a blue and a red. What? Anyway, but they are sold as blind boxes. Hey Ben, welcome Ben. So if you want to get one of the colored skeletons, they're blind, so you don't know what color you're getting, and there is a chase color. So if you get the oh, it's not in here. So in the background of this one, there's a black one. So if you buy one of these skeletons and you're lucky enough and you get the black chase variant, there's that. So yeah, I mean, the fact that they're blind is not interesting to me. Plus, I just don't think these colors are nice colors. Maybe the pink one, but the other colors, I'm just not into those. So there's that, and if you're into it, but there is an option if you want to buy all of them, you automatically will get the chase also, but it's, that's a lot. So, but the other thing is cool, and it's this zombie. You can get this graveyard zombie, which comes with all these cool soft goods that it comes with, which looks so good. And it comes with, it's called a worker zombie, whatever. And so it comes with tools, and it's a good looking zombie. And you can take all the clothes off too. There's also the girl zombie. What's her? She's got a name. I don't know. The worker zombie, and then the punk one. I don't know. And she looks cool too. I didn't go for her just because I don't know, not super into it. She does come with 2 mice though. So they're up for pre-order. I went and I got the 2 zombies, and I got a zombie accessory pack that comes with different, like a red flannel shirt, which I think was just kind of a cool soft good that I might use on something. So they look good. Yeah, the tools are cool themselves. A lot of the accessories for this guy are just cool. Like I feel like he could be, a lot of things in this box with this zombie could be used for a lot of really universal things, like the tools and the soft goods and the zombie itself. So I think that's pretty cool. So it went up for pre-order today, and I hope it's still around, because sometimes they sell out. The people who are into Mythic Legions are into Mythic Legions. So good luck. I hope if you go for it, if you want it, I would try to go for it right now just to be safe. So now we're getting started with some New York Comic Con stuff. So Jada Toys has a booth there, and they are revealing their next wave of Scooby-Doo figures. And we've got wow, holy crap, I can't even. So we got Daphne, but I don't know the names of these 2. I definitely remember the scuba diver guy. I remember him. I don't remember this purple guy. And they look really good. Can anyone tell me the names of these guys? Of the these villains? Bars? Is it Bars? I mean, Jada Toys seems to be doing no wrong. But it is kind of weird how they're slowly putting out the characters that you care about. Because I probably will get Daphne. I won't get the villains. I'm kind of just like, Kind of like a Scooby-Doo Sentinel, kind of. Okay, here we go. Tarantul Ace says Charlie the Robot and Captain Cutler. Thank you, Tarantul Ace. So they're coming out. So that's a cool reveal. Totally first ever reveal from Jada. And they look good. Daphne looks really good. But I would just kind of like, the mystery gang, and that's it. I don't really want the villains so much. But, I don't know. Chato has a question. Any news for 4-inch figures? Yes, actually. Some really big news. So keep on. I'll talk about it soon. So he looks good. These look good. Is that all that? So more Jada. These are the Invincible Jada Toys figures out on display. They look so good, don't they? I am still kind of thinking, why are they choosing to put these ones first too? I mean, I'm going to get probably Invincible and Conquest. But it's strange. Like I would love to get just a regular Invincible and an Omni-Man first. It's very interesting how they're choosing which ones to go out. first, you know. I'm seeing a ton of really great questions in the chat, and I'm gonna go through and answer as many questions at the end during the Q&A. I love you guys, but I'm going through the toy news now, and I promise. Like, Nick, that's a great question, but I'll answer. I promise. If you throw it in later on, I'll definitely answer. So yeah, Jada Toys, Invincible. They look good. Nothing new there. And there's some more. And someone help me out if and any of these haven't been revealed yet. So there's more Jada Toys Street Fighter on display. This Ryu looks new. That face is different, right? Is this a different Ryu? And I don't know who this guy is on the left with the hair. He looks pretty good. And we got, I can't remember his name. He's from Street Fighter 2. What's his name? I don't remember. I'm checking out checking the chat to help. And this guy's huge. He was not in Street Fighter 2, and that's why I don't remember him. But he's one of the Balrog. Thank you, Figure Fighting Studios. But this guy here with the spiky red hair, he's a huge Street Fighter character. But I don't. Akuma, thank you. Man, I'm so glad you guys are here. What the heck would I do without that? Metallic says, I hope Kaiju acquires the license for KOF or Tekken or Dark Stalkers. I could see Tekken. I could see that. Are they just going to go down the whole fighting game route, just like Storm Collectibles did? Go Akuna Matata. So those look good. Some new stuff from Jada, and that's it from Jada. No new fun kinds of IP like serial mascots or anything, which is okay. That's fine. I did see though that my Frosty the Snowman is going to be shipping soon from Jada. Can't wait for that. Perfect time of the year coming soon. So I'm not a big Masters of the Universe guy. I don't really know anything about them at all, but I thought this was interesting because this is Mondo 1/12 scale. And I don't think, has Mondo ever done 1/12 scale figures before? They do their 1/6 scale stuff and their other big stuff, but like, I don't think they just do any normal 1/12 scale figures, right? I don't think they do. Metallic Kaiju says, yes, they have done normal 1/12 scale. Am I just totally, oh, they did Ghostbusters 1/12 before? I had no idea. Absolutely no idea. Okay, so, well, I mean, there's some new Masters of the Universe ones then. I thought this was a new breaking thing, 1/12 scale. But I guess not. I mean, he looks good. He looks really good, actually. This guy looks good. That Skeletor looks really good. So, if you like Mondo and you like Masters of the Universe, then there you go. They're coming out. Dang, I thought I had some big news. I guess not. Was that the only 1/12 scale they did, Metallic Kaiju? With just the Ghostbusters? I only have one Mondo figure, and I think it's pretty great. I have the Doom Slayer from Doom Eternal. Grogu, you're throwing great questions out there, but I can't answer questions yet. I will at the end, my friend. Big Bad Wolf says, based off the 2000 series, that makes sense. These definitely look more like an updated He-Man, not like a classic look. So that does make a lot of sense. And then next, Hiya Toys has a presence there as well. And this is exciting to me. This is very exciting. So we've got some Godzilla Evolved translucent version coming out and a translucent version Shimo, which I don't think these are the exquisite basic, because I think these are the statue ones, unless these are prototype ones. But I think, yeah, I think they're not, they're exclusive. Metallic Kaiju knows what's up. And then we've got, what's this guy's name? Nergigante? What's his name? He's from Monster Hunter, right? That's not a Godzilla thing, right? But he looks cool. And we've got the King Kong with the glove, which I just finished the video for that. Yeah, Lucian. They do a statue series too, which I don't remember the name of it. Not the Exquisite Basic is their figure ones. And here is, I think the coolest reveal here is the Hiya Toys Kiryu, which is, like, in my opinion, one of the coolest looking designs in any Godzilla thing, which is like the coolest looking mecha Godzilla. He's just so cool. And it's just a prototype. It's just got the gray on there, which is, that's fine. And I'm very, very much excited for that. That is definitely going to be a very stylist series. Big Bad Wolf, thank you. That's Stylist series. That's the name of their statues. Thank you. Black and White says, Hiya Toys got to get it while you can, as they always have a limited stock. And they don't re-release anything. Yeah, I feel like a lot of places carry them, though. I feel like I've never had a problem getting a hold of a Hiya Toys figure. But you're right. If you don't get it when it's out, you're not going to get it. But he looks good. And then we've got the battle damaged Ghidorah, which looks great. I'm probably not going to get that, but and then we've got Scar King with Kong, and Kong's not anything new. And then we've got a Mothra premium set, which comes with Mothra, which has different, looks like bendable wings. Those wings look like they're bendable, which the other Mothra did not. So that's cool. And it also comes with Diddy Kong, whatever. What's the name of the little Kong? It's not Diddy Kong, obviously. Hey, Comic Dad. Yeah, I don't. Scar King is I don't like that character either. He just sucks. But I don't know if I'll get the Mothra because I am happy with. Grogu says it's Diddy Kong too. Suko, thank you guys. Big Bad Wolf. Suko is his name. He's pretty cool. So I kind of, the fact that he reminds me of Diddy Kong makes me like him. So maybe I'll get him. I don't know. Who knows? So yeah, Hiya Toys coming up. I can't wait to see these. So what I'm going to be doing while I'm at New York Comic Con, Nadia and I will be there on Sunday, and I'm going to film it kind of like a toy hunt. But I'm going to stop by all the booths and see everything and highlight everything and just do a video on that too. So it'll be like a toy hunt, but like also showing off cool stuff. And this is at New York Comic Con. So coming up next, Storm Collectibles. Storm Collectibles, Storm Arena, Street Fighter Alpha 3 on display. A lot of these I'm using the Preternia Instagram account, which is really good. So here's Balrog again, but this is the Storm Arena version. And we've got this Zangief figure. These are prototypes. There's no articulation yet or anything. And this looks great. Looks really, really good. I haven't really been into this line. I like Street Fighter, but not enough to get multiple ones. I've got my Jada Toys, and that's fine. And then we've got this dude again doing a cool spin kick, which I don't remember his name. Toy Con Hunt sounds like a great long video. Can't wait to smash the like button. Thanks, Lucian. Yeah, I'm going to have to go a little quickly because it will be way too long if I don't. This dude again, Charlie. Thanks, Go Figure Go. And we've got Dan. I don't know anything about it. The only Street Fighter game I really played was Street Fighter 2. And that's it. Played a lot of it, though, for the Super Nintendo. And then we've got Akuma again, Akuna Matata. And we've got Sagat also. And Chun-Li. And like I said, I don't really collect these guys because I'm good with the Street Fighters I've got, but Storm Collectibles just does everything great. And these look fantastic. And I see why everybody is totally into these. Like, they just look so good, right? I totally get that. I don't think these are any new reveals. This is NECA has some Terrifier stuff on display. So we've got a regular Art the Clown. I have never seen any Terrifier movies, so I'm too scared to watch them, frankly. And we've got a little girl, Art the Clown. Lots of accessories. And there she is. We've got Santa Claus Art, and then we've got an Art the Clown totally bloodied up, carrying a trash bag. And then also another regular Art the Clown. And more Ghostface, but these Ghostface figures are not new. That Jason looks so freaking cool. That Jason looks awesome. And we've got Mama Voorhees and the Ghostface with the "What's Up" scary movie face. And then this is from the video game. Yeah, Friday. I'm gonna want to pick that figure up. That's a cool looking Jason. So yeah, these are nothing new, but I can't wait to take a look at these at the convention. Aiden Man, yes, I did pick up the Marvel Legend Punisher. Anyway, next is a left field kind of toy reveal, which I feel like a lot of collectors are like, "Oh, I don't care." But people shouldn't underestimate the power of Wicked. So Bandai, SH Figure Arts, Wicked, Glinda, and Elphaba. So we've got SH Figure Arts Wicked figures coming out. But which is interesting to me because yes, Wicked is huge, but like the people who are really into Wicked, I don't think are also really into like highly articulated, premium action figures, which is very interesting to me. So like I don't think that those are two things that overlap, action figures and fans of Wicked, but maybe I'm wrong. I could be totally wrong, and I hope I am. But they look really good. They look like they've got some soft goods. They look pretty fantastic. That looks just like Ariana Grande, so that's pretty cool. And that no, the face sculpt on what's her name doesn't look quite as much. What's her name who plays Glinda or Elphaba, the witch? They're both witches. I don't know, but that's pretty cool. So I'll definitely not buy these, but they look cool. Yeah, Big Bad Wolf. Very, very, very interested. Bro, they better release those DBZ figures before those Wicked figures, says the Darkest Night. What do you mean? They release like 1 trillion DBZ figures all the time. You got nothing to worry about. And you know what? SH Figure Arts they're a business. They're into making money, and that's why they put out anything. So, and they put this out in hopes that they will make money. So, here we go. So, Hasbro has a big Tron presence at New York Comic Con. It includes a freaking Haslab. So, and a bunch of 3 3/4-inch figures and 6-inch figures. So, this video doesn't really have a whole lot in it, but this is the Tron Hasbro Pulse, whatever, Haslab. So 3 3/4-inch scale. I'm very curious. I didn't know that there was any demand for Tron. So the fact that they're doing a Haslab is like really interesting to me. So it looks like it comes with 4 figures. 5, sorry, I can't count clearly. The figures fit in the bikes. They got different bikes, and you got cool packaging, program, Sark, Yori, and Tron, Flynn. So if anyone's interested, there's a Haslab coming out. So that's pretty cool. And the Tron Ares movie comes out this weekend, which I think is kind of it looks good to me. I want to see it. I definitely want to see it. So yeah, I'm surprised Hasbro is putting this much into Tron. Maybe there's a whole lot more demand for Tron than I thought there was. And these are characters from the first movie, right? I think so. So they also have a bunch of Tron Ares 6-inch figures, or maybe they're not all Ares. So we've got this guy with the red and black suit. We've got the young version of Jeff Bridges, right? So maybe this is from Tron Legacy, I think, the second movie. And then we've got older Jeff Bridges with a hood. And we've got this guy with the bike and the circle on his back, which I think, is that the guy from the second movie? Rinsler? Is that his name? Rinsler? I don't know. So, and they also come with little light special effects. So when they're riding, you get the stream that they have. So I don't know. I'm curious. Are these going to go to clearance? I kind of think they are, to be honest. I have a good feeling these are going to show up at Ollie's, but maybe I'm wrong, and I hope I am wrong. I hope I am wrong. How much they're charging for the Darkness Slayer? I don't know how much the Haslab one is. I don't even know if the Haslab is live yet. Let me see. Let's see. Tron Haslab. Oh, it is. It's up on here on Hasbro Pulse. It's $250. $250 for that whole pack of Tron stuff. It's up there. So if I just Googled Tron Haslab and it came right up, and it's there. It's ready to be backed. So go for it. If you're interested, pretty cool. So this is the big 3 3/4 inch news. 4-inch figures or 3.75-inch figures. This is posted by Steve Evans, who's one of the big guys at Hasbro. He's like the lead creative director for both Marvel and Star Wars. He's pretty local here to me, so I've seen him and met him many times. He's a really wonderful guy. But they are seeming like they're having a pretty big initiative for the 3 3/4 inch figures, which is cool. Which is cool. I'm not a collector of any of those. I'm not a big 3 3/4 inch figure guy at all. Like I have zero interest at all. But I know a lot of people are because for so long before any of the 6-inch figures were around, all the figures were 3 3/4 inch. So it says 3.75 called Hasbro 375, big enough to capture every detail, small enough to build worlds to proudly display on shelf. Hasbro 375. Where will your fandom take us next? And Steve says on his post, so with the introduction of Hasbro 375, I'm hoping we can bring Tron home to be immortalized in our collector shelves. And then the important question, where shall we play next? So if you got an idea, go and comment on his post and be like, I don't know, you should make 3 3/4 inch Bakugan figures or whatever. So probably a lot more harder into the Marvel and Star Wars. So vintage collection and more Marvel stuff. Torrential A says, if they do any Marvel characters in this scale, I might get a couple to display with my Transformers. Wouldn't be perfect scale, but yeah. And for a long time, they did do those Marvel Universe 3 3/4 inch figures. I wonder why they stopped with those. So cool. I'm sure this is going to make a lot of people happy. For me, not interested. And that's fine. It doesn't all have to be for me. So I hope this makes other people. Krieg, Bionicles. Yes. I mean, that would be kind of a weird Hasbro thing. But I do want more Bionicle, but more of the classic. Anyway, so that's cool. Big news. I think that's pretty great. So the big news is coming up soon, all the Hasbro Marvel Legends stuff. But there's some Star Wars stuff. So one of which is a new Boba Fett, which I'm surprised they're even going for making a new Boba Fett because not a lot of people loved the Book of Boba Fett show. I thought it was great. And they put out several different of this Daimyo Boba Fett figure, and they were going on clearance. So I'm surprised that they're making a big deal out of a new one. It's got some soft goods. It's able to get into that pose. It's got a really good looking Tim Morrison face, which is cool. But like I'm just surprised that why are they doing this? Is anybody going to buy it? It's just really weird to me. And it is coming with a chair. You can get a chair, the throne that he sits on in Jabba's palace. So yeah, I'm pretty cool. Maybe it seems like we're getting a new Fennec Shand and maybe a new Black Chrysanthemum. Maybe or maybe not. They're probably just using the old ones, which is fine. Those are both look like great figures. What else we got? We've got a new Darth Vader, which is the Darth Vader from Kenobi with a broken face sculpt and a cloth cape, which is cool. They've put out a lot of Vaders, so I'm not surprised they're putting out more Vaders, even though they've done this before. It is called Darth Vader Duel's End. Okay, really cool. And then pre-order the new. This is other stuff that's not new. So pretty cool. Good for them. But also they revealed Kyle Katarn. So if this is another character I'm not going to be interested in. Who does he look like? He kind of looks like Jensen Ackles. He looks like Soldier Boy a little bit, doesn't he? Hey, Jurassic Carson. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing great also. Yeah, he looks kind of like Soldier Boy, doesn't he? The guy from his name is Jensen Ackles is the actor. He's from Supernatural, but I know him as Soldier Boy from The Boys. But Kyle Katarn is either from an older video game or from older comics, right? I think he's from Shadows of the Empire, right? Kyle Katarn. He is from sorry, I'm getting distracted here. But this is like the least amount of my Star Wars. He's from the Jedi Knight video game series. Shadows of the Empire. That's probably Dash Rangar, who's the other guy behind him in the picture, right? And we've got the Black Sun guy back there too. So I'm sure this will make a lot of people very happy. And this is pretty cool. To be honest, it's really not big news, but this is exciting to me because this is the only other time they've ever released the Patrol Trooper, which is my favorite Stormtrooper ever. You know, I love that guy. He's on my hat, see? And so they're releasing a new Black Series 2-pack with, it's a Jedi Survivor 2-pack with the Patrol Trooper and the Purge Trooper. And the Patrol Trooper comes with a shield and like a lightning staff kind of thing, a taser. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to get this and I'm going to stick it on the wall in this room. And that's it. I've got a couple of these guys just because he's my favorite, you know? And it's just cool to see. It doesn't look like there are any new sculpts, just like the same ones they've already done. So Stone Mandalorian says the Purge Trooper is on the new clone mold. Really? It doesn't look like it. It looks kind of like the old clone mold. Or maybe I'm wrong. Like those, look how long those arms are. Those look like those really long arms from the old one. Maybe I'm wrong. And if so, I hope I'm wrong because that does sound kind of cool, even though I do like the old clone mold much better. Cool. Well, if it is, great. If not, that's fine with me too, because I am going to keep this in the box. Cool. All right. I think that's it. That's here's the Kyle Katarn. And now we're getting into the Marvel stuff. So lots of Marvel Legends have been revealed. Hi, Mom. My mom is in the live chat. Everyone say hi. Doesn't your favorite Stormtrooper have a name? Well, he is the Patrol Trooper, and I call mine Pat. Pat the Patrol Trooper, because he's, you know, Patrol. So here we go. Let's get into all these Marvel Legends stuff. So here's Spider-Man 2099, which this isn't they've had plenty of Spider-Man 2099 before, right? Are they just putting him out now in this older, you know, retro card back? From what I can tell, it seemed like, or maybe I'm wrong. Hello, Sirdork's mom, says Grogu. So that's pretty cool. And there's also a Cardiac figure coming out, which I have never even heard of this character. Cardiac. He sounds cool, though. So he's also in this retro cardback Spider-Man line. So Etnomega says Etnomega has the old one. So maybe this is just it's a new body. Okay, it is a new body. Cool. So those two guys are coming. We've also got, this is the big news right here, and I have more photos, but this is the Apocalypse figure. And this is a first for Hasbro, doing a made to order. So when you pre-order this, you are getting it. And they are not going to be producing any more figures than what have been pre-ordered. And that's it. So if you would like this guy, you go and pre-order it, and that's it. And I think he's like $120 or something, but he's big. He's really big. He's like Hot Toy size. You know, it's pretty big. And he looks pretty good. See, he's 12-inch, so he is Hot Toy sized, and he's $120. So I don't know if that's worth it to you. Then that's cool. I've never been a huge fan of the character of Apocalypse, like really at all. But I do think he's cool. Domesticated Caveman went and pre-ordered him. That's awesome. He is 12 inches. Hey, League, welcome.
I saw League of Extraordinary Sixers at New York Comic Con last year. Will I see you again this year? So do I have more pictures of it? I do have more pictures of it, but it's a little out of order. So there's a new Build-A-Figure wave. Hasbro Marvel Legends Executioner Build-A-Figure wave. And so the Executioner, is this the same? This is the same character that Carl Urban played in the Thor Ragnarok, right? Because I just remember the way he looks, and I thought, I love Carl Urban, and I think he's hilarious. And so he looks like him. I guess so, Mom. I mean, limited edition. It's limited. They're only limited to the amount that they'll be putting out. So I guess so. So yeah, and they still do build the figures, Metallic Kaiju, apparently. So yes, it is the guy Carl Urban plays. So this is what's in the Build-A-Figure line. So every figure you buy comes with a piece of the Executioner, and then when you buy them all, you get to put them all together. So we've got Enchantress, which I guess there's an Enchantress in Marvel also. Sorry, I'm not. A lot of these really deep comic characters, I don't really know. And then we've got Phantom Rider, another character. I don't know who he is, but he's pretty cool. I like him. He looks like a cool cowboy guy. Really cool. And then we've got Werewolf by Night. So I did watch the Werewolf by Night Disney Plus thing. So that's cool. And this looks like a great figure. It looks like he reminds me of pretty classic Wolfman, So that looks good. Looks really good. This is probably the coolest one in here. The Dark Avengers Spider-Man. He's got 6 arms. That is so cool. I'm definitely going to be picking this guy up because that's cool. He's super cool. He's a black suit Spider-Man, and he comes with an extra head, and that just looks like a lot of fun, and that would be a fun video. So I'm definitely going to pick up the Spider-Man because it's Spider-Man. All right. And we've got Iron Man Mark 72. Totally unfamiliar with this Spider-Man or this Iron Man, but he looks pretty cool. I like all the amount of black that he has. That looks really cool. And what else? We've got Warbow. Also never heard of this character. I do have better photos of these guys coming, but Warbow, and then we've got Wolverine World War II Logan. That one looks cool, which I think they've put this figure out before, right? Or maybe not this figure, but they've put out this World War II Logan before, right? So he looks cool. He looks very, very cool. And I feel like the only reason I'm familiar with this version of Wolverine is because I've seen so many action figures. So I bet you it seems like the winners are going to be Logan and Spider-Man, which is usually the case. And there we go. What is with the head on that Wolverine? Says Go Figure Go. I don't know. Looks fine to me. Looks pretty good. I don't know. So there's that. There's also more. We've got Black Bolt and Triton. So the Black Bolt figure looks pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. I think that looks cool. And this it's like an Inhumans 2-pack. And the Inhumans box with all the black and blue looks pretty sweet. I like that black and blue very much. That looks good. So and we've also got another Inhumans box with Medusa and Gorgon. And Medusa looks cool. Look at her hair. That hair looks crazy, doesn't it? It looks awesome. So a couple Inhumans packs. Marvel Legends. Marvel Legends has got to be Hasbro's most valuable thing they do. I mean, the Black Series is too, but it's definitely gone down. But the Marvel Legends is their biggest thing. Gotta be. So those guys look good. Here are some in-person photos. Look how big Apocalypse looks, right? He looks really big. And it looks like a pretty sweet action figure, doesn't it? Looks really good. What else we got? There's a big Whatnot logo back there. And so here's some more of the other. This is some of the Inhumans stuff and the Build-A-Figure line. So here's Gorgon, Triton, and Black Bolt. There's the Enchantress. She looks good. Medusa's crazy hair. There's the fully built Build-A-Figure of the Executioner and the white cowboy guy. League says Hasbro has a giant booth this year at NYCC with a ton of stuff on display. Lots of Black Series. Cool. I can't wait to see it. Here's the bow guy. Werewolf by Night. This is the Iron Man. There's that Spider-Man. So they're all out on display. So when I'm here on Sunday, I'll definitely be taking a quick look-see. And here are some official images. So here's the Logan. The box looks great. Comes with a Tommy gun too. That face looks great. I don't know what you're talking about. I think that face looks really great. Jurassic Carson says, when I hear Gorgon, I think of Gorgosaurus from Walking with Dinosaurs. Never even knew that was a thing. Metallic says, yeah, Transformers is an insanely big market. I think it could be Hasbro's biggest Marvel. Yeah, it's true. And they own the IP of Transformers, right? So they maximize a lot of their profits of that, right? Because they're not licensing like they are with Marvel. Here is the Warbow character figure, whatever. These boxes look good. They're making a big deal of putting the Build-A-Figure on the box there. But the translucent green looks awesome. He could be a cool like Green Lantern custom, right? Looks kind of cool. And then we've got, this is the Spider-Man 2099. These official images I'm getting from MCU Collector, that Instagram account. So these all look really good of the Spider-Man 2099. He looks fantastic. Ah, dang it, I did it. Hang on, let me find my place again. So this is the Cardiac. He looks cool. I've never even heard of this character before, but he looks cool. He looks really, really good. And what else we got? There's the Spider-Man with the 3 arms. Dark Avengers Spider-Man. Crazy. 3 arms. And he comes with... So he's got plenty of hands to go around. But, you know, you've only got 2 extras, even though he's got 6 arms, which is kind of interesting. So you got to... There's not enough for them to be all fists or all open hands, which is kind of interesting. And then here's Werewolf by Night. He looks good. And then here's the real images of Apocalypse. These almost look like renders, but these photos look cool. And so if you follow the Shooting the Galaxy account on Instagram, he's the guy who does all these Hasbro photos, and they really are so good. He does such a great job. And these are the photos I used for the thumbnail for today. So cool. Yeah. This is gonna be a very popular, highly sought after one. And since it's made to order, if you don't get it, he's gonna skyrocket. He's just gonna, the price afterwards is just gonna be huge. Gonna be huge. Grogu says that these images look like AI. Well, I mean, they are really good. The photos are really good, and the way the light is bouncing off of them is just so nice. Which I can understand what would make someone think they look like AI, but no, these are absolutely 100% photography. And here's the Iron Man, the Mark 72, looks good also. Actually, you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, I don't like all the black. I did like all the black, but I don't. And when you get this, you get the big axe for the Executioner. So that's just like a sweet, like, axe. So that's one Build-A-Figure piece that could actually come in handy. Yeah, Tarantula Ace, the Apocalypse looks really good. It looks like a really sweet figure. Here's the Enchantress. Here's the Black Bolt and Triton. That box looks really good. And then here is the Phantom Rider. This guy's just cool. I'm so unfamiliar, but he's cool. More of the Inhumans. And then the very last bit of news is some new Transformers. 2 Blasts from the Past rollout. Straight out of the 80s Transformers Retro G1 Autobot, Wheelie and Autobot Outback figures bring vintage packaging, classic tech, specs, and nostalgic accessories. Cool. I do like when they do the retro packaging. And these are... I'm never into these, the actual Hasbro Transformer figures, because, I don't know, I like the ones that don't transform, and I also don't... I don't know. I just like Optimus Prime because I don't know anything about Transformers. But lots of big Hasbro definitely made the biggest one. Silvermoon says, are those holding hands or fists he comes with? Are talking about Apocalypse? He has 2 fists and he has some kind of like relaxed open hands, which looks like none of his accessories require to be holding anything. So I would say they're not even holding hands, they're just open hands. Oh, for Iron Man. Let's see. Okay. Iron Man, does he come with holding hands, or those look like fists? Yeah. Fists and then very wide open hands, which in my opinion, I prefer that. I hate the in between, like, you know what I mean? So there's that. And that's all the news. I mean, there were some other news probably too, but I tried to grab the things that are most relevant that I can help out with. There were some other things too, but what I would recommend is going to the accounts that I mentioned that I'm using, like Praeternia, an MCU collector. That's what I follow and get a lot of the news from those guys because they really do a great job. Really do a great job. So there's the toy news. What do you say we get into the top 10? Whoa, hang on. So if you're ever interested if you're a toy photographer and you would like to see your photo up here on Dorkcast, you can. It's possible. All you got to do is just post your photo, hashtag Sirdork Top 10, and then tag me in it. Tagging me in it is pretty important, but that's like not a rule. It's just that if you don't, I might not see it. Oh, Tarantula says Hasbro also announced Optimus Prime and Starscream 2-pack with designs based on feudal Japan. Whoa, I didn't see that. That sounds cool. Wow. Sweet. Well, there you go. Thank you for that, Tarantula. I'm glad you helped me fill in the gaps. So, all you got to do to be on the top 10 toy photos, just post your photo on Instagram, use hashtag Sirdork Top 10 and tag me in it because I won't see it potentially if they don't. And yes, you do unfortunately have to use Instagram because that's just the only way I can really keep things organized is all in one place. And if you don't have Instagram, I would recommend just go and make one. Go for it. Grogu Q&A is coming up after this. And go ahead and make one. And then if your parents or something don't let you, maybe they'll post your photo for you and then you can hashtag it and I'll be able to go for it that way. So here we go. Here come the top 10. So this photo really got me. I was like, wow. This is from Scar3448. It says Golden Demise. This is beautiful. And what's crazy is that a lot of this is like, this is still a photo. So when you look at the behind the scenes, look at this. Okay, well, yeah, this is gorgeous. But look at this. This is how it began. Right? And he said, I wanted this shot to be more practical than it was, but I think I got my light wrong. Photoshop to the rescue, I suppose. Like, Scar, you know what you're doing. And the fact that he's able to get this Ghidorah standing up like that, that's a little impressive because that's a big. It's big. And then look at this final product. It's just an incredible photo. So Scar, awesome work. You are a whiz in Photoshop. Wow. Like, this is crazy. Go figure go. Dude, with the gifting the 5 memberships. Come on, man. You're way too good. Thank you so much for gifting the memberships. So Triforce, Ashley Bolden, Spider Jesus, Johannes Pradana, and Sleepy all got the membership. Enjoy. I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks, Miguel, for the win. Stone Mandalorian throwing in the W's in the chat. Thanks, man. So awesome. So this is from Scar. Great job, Scar. Really, really awesome. Coming up next is from Nilla Gorilla. Skate or Slay. Oh, hang on a sec. Did I accidentally grab? Yeah, I did. All right. I accidentally grabbed 2 of Nilla Gorillas. I didn't even realize it. Well, Nilla, great job. So I'm going to have to go and grab a last 10th one later on. So this shot, when I saw it, just like made me giggle. I was just like, this is fun. So the kickflip, Michael Myers in the background there. This is the Mezco Michael Myers, right? And the telephone booth and everything. It just felt like, what's the name of the town that Michael Myers is from in the Halloween movies? I'm just imagining him, skating around doing kickflips on Halloween before it gets dark, It's just I think this is just really, really fun. And the posing is great. And with the way the skateboard is posed is just really, really Haddonfield. Thank you, Wheels Toy Photo. CD Toy Pick says Springfield. If you had said that first, I would have believed you. But Haddonfield is the one. So yeah, Nila Gorilla, really, really funny. Lucian says it's scary funny. Next is from Mundo Aquadros Fotografia. There is only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the future, the fear of the future. But this is just so cute. We've got a little minifig, Lego minifig, who's carrying a pizza, and he's like floating down a leaf, falling from the tree. And it really looks real. It really looks like that's what's going on. And I really was thinking, like, how did he do this? He must have just placed the leaf on something and then just removed the stand or whatever. I'm not really sure, but it came out so perfect, and it's so whimsical, right? It's such a whimsical shot. So Mundo Quadros Fotografia, well done. And yes, the bokeh Nick looks really good. The bokeh is really, really good. So great job, Mundo. Great job. This is from Karen Kolsch. When I saw this photo, I had to double take. So at first I was like, is this real? And I was like, no, it's toys. And I was like, wait, is the background real? Because those blinds, look at those blinds. Wow. So we've got Cassian Andor and K2SO peeking through, the blinds in like a house, like looking through blinds. And there's light coming out of the window, and that's the only light. And so the lighting is beautiful, but it's all real. And there he is again, looking through the blinds. It's all real. Like, those blinds are legit. So this must be some crazy dollhouse stuff. Nice. Andor love, says Wheels Toy Photo. And to be honest, the room doesn't look very Star Warsy, which is fine. And there's a little Grogu toy photo hanging up on the wall there. But it's just a really incredible photo. There's so much realism to it. It really looks real, right? It's crazy how real it looks. So great job, Karen Kolsch. Really great job. And then this is from Toy. When I saw this, I was just like, this is so cool. Like, what a artistic way of doing this kind of thing. So we've got Jason about to slay some girl. And yeah, Mom, it seems like the blinds are probably from some kind of dollhouse thing, which end up working great with action figures. But we've got Jason about to slay some girl, looks like, maybe the final girl. And the only thing in focus are the girl's hands, and that's all you see. And then you can just see this really out of focus Jason about to slice, which just looks awesome. Like, it's just really artistic and super cool. So great job, Toy. This is so good. Like, I really love the way this is done. My mind would never go this way for thinking of doing something like this. So this is from Wolfosaurus Rex, but this photo is awesome. But this is the photo here I really wanted to be a part of the top 10. This photo right here is so freaking cool, of the Spinosaurus walking out of this cave on the beach. It's so cool. I love the lighting. I love the way he's just emerging out of the cave. Like, this is just so cool. It's just, I've never seen a toy photo like this before. It's just, it's really quite beautiful. And I love how, like, it's dark as he gets further into the cave, like that part of the Spinosaurus body. It's like, man, go figure, says when you wake up with no coffee. Yeah, he just is waking up. So cool. Did he mold that from the beach mud? I have no idea. I'm assuming he found this little cave and was like, I need to take a photo. And he did. So great job. Wolfosaurus Rex. This is so cool. He's really doing some great damage with that. Oh, this is also Mundo. Wow. I didn't even notice that this was also Mundo. Okay, I got to grab two other shots. So this is Mundo, and this is also Nilla. So this is from MW Forrester. Another really cool perspective with the horror, with the slasher. But this time the villain is in focus and the victim is out of focus. But there's a really fantastic reflection of the ghost face on the knife. which that's just really well done. Like clearly this has got to be Photoshop to do that because the knives on these figures aren't very reflective, but man, it's really good. And it's very macro too, to be able to get the hand that close to make it look like that. So good. So good. Good job, MW Forrester. And then the next one is from Zach Y Photography. This one just jumped right out to me. Well, first of all, because I love Deathstroke, and this old classic orange and blue Deathstroke is just so great and so iconic. But the posing and like the environment, it feels like this is a perfect character hero pose shot of this guy, and it's just well done. It looks kind of like a comic cover. Zach Y, like this is so cool, and maybe I'm a little biased because of the fact I love Deathstroke so much. This just came out really, really good, really, really freaking good. So moved myself. Since I screwed up, I'm gonna grab the first shots that I see on my tagged that are labeled as Sirdork top 10. Is this one? Nope. I'm going through. All right, next is from Why So Serious from Ollie, a really great dude. We've got the I don't know which Predator this is. This isn't the one from Prey, right? But it's a cute little Funko in the garden with some ferns behind him. I think this is just great. Shooting Funkos is so much fun. So this is great. This is very well done. Why So Serious? And man, it's not going to be much longer until we're not going to really be able to shoot stuff like that. At least by me, because there's so there's like no it's going to be snow. It's going to be all snow soon. And so the next one is from Scottish Sith Photography. So Scott. And this is a cool kind of like artistic, almost kind of like, I don't know, mixture of of the cartoonish style of Scooby-Doo and then the realistic style of the Universal Mummy figure. So adding this this like filter is really, really cool. And whatever you're using for is that like it looks like a really big like King Tut tomb. So Scottish dude, this was great. Well done. And I'm really glad I ended up screwing 2 up so then I can go in and grab just the first 2, which was really, really fun. So that's the top 10. Go for it. I would just keep throwing in your photos. Sirdork top 10. I wouldn't even mind if you just threw it on every single photo you post. Just go for it. Why not? Just go for it. So I'm going to start the Q&A time, but the first questions will go out to any of the channel members. So if you're a channel member on the Sirdork channel, I'll post before every stream and say, if you have a question or topic, throw it in here and I will do my best to answer it. So hang on. I'm going to share my screen and get to the first question. First question is from, and then after these, I'll just take questions right from the live chat. First question is from Toybox Pixels. What are your top 3 favorite figures of 2025 so far? All right. So a lot of the ones that I was thinking in the beginning of the year, oh, this is going to be one of the best figures of the year. One of them is the Tears of the Kingdom Link, Zelda, and I still think it might be. That figure, I was just in awe the entire time while I was making the video for it. So that I think that's probably in there, and maybe those because I was also grouping in the Ling Jahun Pacific Rim figures for this year, so that's probably gonna be in my top 5 too. It'd probably just Gypsy Danger. I don't know what else would be top 5. I'm gonna have to go through again. Well, the top 3. But at the end of the year, I'm going to do a top 5. But man, there's been some good ones. There's been some really, really good ones. I'm not sure what else am I going to do. Some of those new, I don't know. I guess those 2 are probably going to be in the top 5 for sure, at least. But there's a lot. There's a lot of good ones this year. It's going to be a hard one to do. It's David Stoker says, "What's your favorite anime? What is one you wish you had time to watch?" Well, growing up, my favorite anime was Dragon Ball Z. Before I even knew what anime was, I just loved Dragon Ball Z. But I think what I go back to as being my favorite is Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho is just so much fun, and it's just like it's an easy one to just say that's my favorite. But a lot of newer ones really got me. Like when I finished Attack on Titan, that just blew my mind. That the writing in that show was just absolutely incredible. I really like where My Hero Academia is going. I can't wait for that season to finish up. This is the final season. But which one do I had time? Well, there's a lot of new ones that I just haven't watched yet. I keep forgetting to watch Spy Family, and there's like the Kaiju 32. There's a lot of newer ones that are really popular. Oh, you know what? I should throw Demon Slayer in there too. Demon Slayer is just incredible. It's just so freaking good. Triforce knows what's up. Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho is great. Yeah. Yes. So at Omega. All right. Heck yeah. Yeah, Demon Slayer it's like the most popular anime right now, but it's beautiful. It's just so good. Toys with Tank says, is there a figure you consider overrated? And is there a figure you consider overhated? Well, overrated. There's a lot of figures out there that I just don't care about because I'm not into them, but I know other people are. Like probably the biggest one is like Ninja Turtles. Like Ninja Turtles are huge and they're so popular amongst collectors and stuff like that, but I just couldn't care less about them at all. Like I'm so not interested. So I guess that would be my overrated, but I don't think they're overrated. I just because I don't like it doesn't mean everybody else doesn't have to. So that's fine. But overhated, I would say a lot of McFarlane is overhated. Like I understand people not liking them, but I think it's become more than that. It's become more of just like a cool thing to hate. Like now I think there is a bandwagon of hating McFarlane that people just like to jump on. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe because I get why people don't like them and I get all the criticisms and I think they're very valid, but some of those criticisms don't even exist anymore. People just hate them, you know? Oh, Avatar. Well, so Avatar, I don't know if you would count Avatar as being an anime, but I did just completely binge Avatar in like a week or less than that. So Nadia and I went to go see Avatar not in concert, but an orchestra play, and it was so awesome. I don't think I would put it at my favorite though, but it's definitely the most recent one on my mind. That's for sure. And Stubbs says, if you wanted to get abducted by aliens, how would you convince them to take you to their planet? I don't know if I'd want to go. I mean, going to their planet, that sounds scary. Are they going to like put stuff in my butt or something? I don't know. But what would I do to convince them? I don't know. I feel like they would want to just come to my planet and see what I've got going on. I could show them, I could make dinner for them. That sounds good. Going to their planet though, I'd be like, I'll make dinner for you at my house, and then next time we'll go to your house, and you can make me alien dinner. That's what I would say. That's my best answer for that, Stubbs. That was a very good question. And CD says, so what's your first G.I. Joe purchase going to be? You're starting to crack. I can feel it. I am starting to crack, but I'm not going to do it. I'm really good at knowing what I need and don't need, or what I want and don't really want. But I did buy a G.I. Joe. I bought the firefighter guy because I thought he'd be cool for like a civilian, like first responder figure if I need it for a photo. So I did buy it. I did buy that, and I bought it in one of the toy hunts. But I really do enjoy seeing the figures just because I really think they're cool and I think I admire whatever. Doesn't necessarily mean I need to buy it for myself. So I probably won't be going down the hole. I probably won't crack, as you're saying. But I do really enjoy looking at them in the store. I'd like legitimately do very much. Because they're cool. They're coming out all kinds of cool stuff, especially the guy with the lizard in the box. And the guy with the I do have the guy with the alligator, whatever, but someone bought him for me, so I didn't buy that. Yeah, CD Toy Picks, I would ask to see their collection. There we go. So yeah, thank you so much to all of the channel members. I'm so incredibly grateful. And if you're interested in joining, there's a join button underneath the video, right by the subscribe button. And so if anyone has any other questions, just throw them in the chat. Just throw them on in. I'll probably need to end a little bit sooner. I'll probably go for the next 15 minutes or so. Throw some questions in. I'll do my best to answer. Andre said, aliens would be so perturbed about how so many human beings ask, are you going to put things in my butt? Maybe they do. Maybe there's a reason for that. My mom says when you go to their planet, make sure they have oxygen. Yeah, see, that's what I'm afraid of. I mean, if that's what's gonna happen, I'm afraid to go to their planet. What's your camera and lens? I'm getting into photography and I'm going to figure out a camera. I use a Sony Alpha 7 III, Sony A7 III, and my lens, I switch between like the 85 millimeter and the 40 millimeter. But if you go into the description of this video and any video or in my website, it's everywhere. I have an Amazon link that has all of the gear I use, all the lenses, the cameras, the tripods. It's all there linked on a nice Amazon page. So if you can just to see it, to see what it is, or you can get it right from there too. So, yeah, go for it, Nick. It's all right there. And also, if you follow on Instagram, anytime I post a photo, if you swipe, it says exactly what lens and stuff I use for that specific photo too. Bubblegum Joe, Wheels toy photo? Probably not. Even though him and I have become close friends with how many times I see him in the store. The fact that you remember that's crazy. Metallic Kaiju says, will you review the Jazzwares FNAF figures, Five Nights at Freddy? I've heard they are brilliant. I have enough budget for one more fig this year, so should I go for something like Jada? Can you do more kaiju, more blockies? Wow. Okay, so no, I'm not going to do any of the Jazzware Five Nights at Freddy's because Five Nights at Freddy's is just I'm not into it, so it would be lost on me to review it, and it'd be a lame video because I'm just not into it. Yeah, I mean, Jada's a really good figure. For what figure should you get? It depends on what you like. But if you're interested in Jada, I would go for something with Jada Toys because they are really, really good. And that would be something like if you like the figure, then you can get some more of what they're after. And yes, I have a kaiju video coming on Sunday. That's a Kong, Hiya Toys Kong. And then yes, I definitely will be doing more blockies. I'll be doing like one every month probably. So don't you worry. Go figure, go. What celebrities would you want a figure of? Jennifer Lopez, Mark Wahlberg. That's a good question. That's kind of fun. That's a really fun question. What of just a celebrity? So like a famous, I mean, we got a lot of famous actors, right? Because they play a lot of the characters, but like a famous singer or something. I do have a Michael Jackson figure, which is cool. I don't know what celebrity. I want a good Steve Irwin figure. That's it. I want Steve Irwin. And I want him to come with an alligator or crocodile. I want him to come with all the stuff. And I want him to be good. That's what I want. Will you live stream the Sunday New York Con or make a video? I'm not going to live stream, Wolf. I'm going to just film it similarly to how I do a toy hunt. Mattis Collect says, are you single? No, I'm not. My girlfriend, Nadia, will be. She's the one who pops up in all the toy hunts all the time. Nick, have you or would you collect hot toys? Yes, I have a pretty, I would say, extensive I think I have almost 20 hot toys. Maybe. But yeah, and I've done some hot toy videos too before. So yes, love hot toys. What do you recommend for an upcoming toy photography content creator? I'm trying to get noticed and grow as a creator and to get better at my work. I did a video about this once. It's called How to Expose Your Work and Gain a Following as a Toy Photographer. And so a lot of that is like making reels, like making a reel and putting it on YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, TikTok, and just being engaging, taking photos that people can connect with. Like you can take photos for yourself and do whatever you want, but if you take a photo of something that you think lots of people can connect with and be like, wow, then that's also, you got to think about others too. But I would definitely watch that video. It's just called, if you just type in like Sirdork gain a following, it'll come right up. It's also in the Toy Photography Basics playlist, I think. Mom said, when are you going to do the life-size Grogu? So I got my Hot Toys 1/1 scale Grogu in the mail like a week ago or more than that. And I want to open them up and do a video so bad, but I have so many other figures that have come in that take priority, which are just, by take priority, I mean they are more popular than Star Wars. So those are ones I need to make videos on. I know I might not make a video, Mom. Maybe I might just open them up. I don't know. Lucian, if you could have a useless superpower that would be useful but useless, I'm like a life-saving situation example, I'd love to have power of closed captioning. That'd be kind of cool. But so you can just like see like subtitles everywhere you go. I don't know, like a useless one to eat as much as I want. Have a never-ending stomach. I could just keep eating as much as I want. That's my superpower. It's pretty terrible. What's a figure you didn't get but regret not buying? Man. I don't know. There's been a couple that I've regretted, and then I just go and buy the aftermarket price. I don't know. What do I regret? There's definitely some Hot Toys that I wish I got back in the day. Like some of the old DCEU ones, like Batman, stuff like that. Maybe the Hot Toy from Man of Steel. That would have been really good. But you never know. I could find him randomly. Karen Zavala says the Shaman Predator figure is good. Could you do a review? I'm gonna do a review on the when the Predator figures come out of the new movie, and I'm gonna do a review for that, and then I'll see how that goes. Because it's kind of hard for me to do figures that are not like super pop culturally relevant. So when the movie comes out, it will be. I know it sounds dumb, but like I have to, because since YouTube is my job, I have to make videos on things that I know will get the views. I know it's annoying. Triforce says, will you review any Hiya figures outside of Godzilla, like the Judge Dredd, Predators, and the RoboCop? You know what? I'm really curious about them, to be honest. I'm really curious about them. The ones that I think I'm most curious about are the Walking Dead ones, because that's probably the IP that I'm the most interested in, because I like Walking Dead. So I don't know. Maybe a Predator? I'll see some more of them on display at this weekend at the convention. So we'll see. Lucian wants a Donald Trump figure and a Mr. Bean figure. I think there is a Mr. Bean figure, but more just like a Rowan Atkinson. I mean, a Donald Trump figure would probably sell a lot of them, and I would be excited to see people do some funny stuff with that. Metallic says, one more question. Will you do a toy hunt when you are on holiday, like on vacation? Honestly, whenever I go anywhere, I did. Like when I went to Florida a couple weeks ago, and I went to Disney and stuff, and I did a toy hunt there, and I was surprised. It was a very low amount of viewership. Not like didn't seem as many people were interested in that, which I'm surprised because I thought it was really cool and different kinds of stuff to find figures. Anon Husna says, have you seen the Blockies Charizard? It's comparable to the D-Arts Charizard, but it costs like 20. Yes, I've definitely seen it. And that's what I should have gotten. I should have gotten that figure. But yeah, it looks just as good as the D-Arts, which I do have that figure, and I would love to compare them. So yeah, it looks really, really good. Vista Soldier says, hey, Emily and chat, ready to see more Nightmare? This is Soldier. I don't know what you're talking about, my friend. And then he goes, life-size Grogu. Andre says, I'd go with a Shade. Sade from 1993 concert at San Diego Celebrity. No idea who she is, but cool. David Stoker says, wait, Sirdork mom, are those ears on your hood like a bear? Yes, they are. Nick said, didn't realize you got so popular. I first watched your videos 2 years ago and I kind of stopped. I never knew you did Hot Toys. Well, thanks for watching those videos 2 years ago. That's really cool. I haven't done a lot of Hot Toy figures, to be honest. I've only done a couple of them. I did one recently, which would have been like the first like major video I did on Hot Toy. It was on the Darth Maul, the recent Darth Maul. But yeah, the Hot Toys is a big. That's like I like collecting 1/6 scale figures because they're more of like I just have them just to have them, not so much to do photos and stuff for, you know. Grogu says, "What's your favorite figure line?" I don't know. I don't know. It's so hard. I usually would like to say I think SH Figuarts is the most well-rounded. They have coverage over the most random IP of all the things that I like. So I think that's usually just like a go-to, like, yeah, I'll just say Figuarts. But they don't do everything. So if I were to just choose one, I guess I would say that. Hey, Christiana. Ruth Mark says, you are the GOAT. First time in the live. Thanks for coming in, Ruth. Mattis says, when I started collecting, my mom didn't like it. She said it was a waste of money. How did your parents react when you started seriously collecting? Well, one of my parents is here right now. They were fine. I mean, my mom is always very supportive, and my dad wasn't unsupportive. He just didn't really get it. He was just kind of like, okay, I mean, whatever. I don't really get why you, but now he sees that it's become my career, and now he thinks it's cool. Now he likes it. Not that he didn't like it before. I just don't think he really got it, which is understandable. I understand why are these people so excited about toys? I don't get it, and that's fair. Mr. Kiwi, have a great night, man. Lucian, don't forget to like the video, and thanks for answering my question. Yes, thank you for bringing that up. If you're enjoying the video, please go for, and liking it is huge, 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 huge. Ruth Mark says, how do I gain XP? I think you gain XP in the live chat. The more you type in the live chat, you get more XP. And then if you do like super chats and stuff, that does too. So it is a way that YouTube is trying to incentivize super chatting, which, you know, they get a cut of that. So of course they want to make it easier and more incentived for people to do it. And Mom, I will, trust me, when I do, I will let you know. Wheel says, I regret not buying the Darth Vader Duel's End, but I got the reissue pre-order today. Oh, great. Perfect. And does this one have a different cape, or am I just I don't know. Dan's the Toyman. What's the best camera to use for toy photography? I have the beginner camera if you want to get started, also in that link I was talking about. So if you go to the description of the video, the link is in there. And it's a Canon Rebel T6 or T7 is usually what I recommend. All right, one more question. I'm a little behind. Oh, Cristiano, thanks so much for gifting the membership, dude. I appreciate that so much, man. Grogu says, my brother says hi. Hello to your brother. Vicious Soldier says, I'm not seeing the hype thing you mentioned on your streams and videos. It's very selective of who can use it. Yeah, it's very selective on where it is. It's only when you're using the YouTube app on your phone, and it's not on an active stream either. It's a video that's been posted. So if you go on your phone and pull up the video I posted yesterday of the Spider-Man, you should be able to hype it. I think that's the only way you can do it right now. It's still opening up in selective places. So Nick says, is Fujifilm a good camera? My friend says it has good auto. Yeah, absolutely. All of the major camera ones are good. It's just I've never used one, so I don't really have much of advice as far as those are concerned. Okay, Zeta 7 Ada. This will be the last one. What Wolverine figure do you recommend? If you can get a hold of the new Marvel Legends one that comes in that 2-pack with Silver Samurai, I recommend that one because that figure is so cool. I really enjoyed messing with that in the video. And I did a video on it last week, so it's up there. Okay, sorry I didn't get to all the questions. I do have to cut it a little bit shorter today. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. As far as videos for this weekend that I'll be putting out besides me filming at Comic-Con, those will be next week. But I did also do another random toy hunt that I'll be posting tomorrow, and it was like the best toy hunt I've ever had, ever. I went to a Target and it had everything you could possibly freaking imagine was there. So I'm posting that tomorrow, and then on Sunday will be a Hiya Toys Kong shooting and reviewing video. So please be excited, hopefully. Have a great day, great weekend, everyone, and be safe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.